Today, I will tell you about my two countries, which are Spain and Morocco. So, I'm going to start with Spain. Spain is located in the southwest of Europe, and the capital of the country is Madrid. The area that includes the Spanish territory is 504,750 square kilometers, and its population is around 46 million of inhabitants. The official language of the country is Spanish, but there are also co-official languages in some communities, like Catalan, Galician, Valencian, and Basque. The form of government is a constitutional monarchy, and as a chief of state we have King Felipe VI, and our Prime Minister is Mariano Rajoy. Spain is a country full of contrasts, starting with its climate and its landscapes whose diversity has led to the term small Europe. In Spain, we find climates and landscapes reminiscent of points of the European continent or even of Africa. Not surprising, considering that it is only separated from Africa by the Strait of Gibraltar. But the most special is that all these contrasts are sometimes found in a very small area, such as the province of Granada, which, despite having the highest peak of peninsula, the Mulesen, covered with perpetual snow. This can give us an idea how, in a few kilometers, we go from alpine landscapes to African landscapes. On the other hand, Morocco. Morocco is a country located in the north of the African continent and bathed by the Mediterranean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. With an area of approximately 500,000 square kilometers, it has a very young population of 33 million of people. The majority of its inhabitants, about 70%, are under 30 years. Its official languages are Arabic and Berber. Many also practice other languages and dialects like the Darija, Tarifit, Tashluhit, French, and Spanish. The form of government is a parliamentary constitutional monarchy, whereby the Prime Minister of Morocco is the head of government, and the parliament is the multi-party system. Morocco is a beautiful country and has such diversity in location that it is considered one of the best tourist locations. The climate, the sunshine, the serene coastline, the high plateau, and the Atlas Mountains make this big diversity. The Moroccan landscape is unique and provides four natural landscapes: the Reef, the Atlas Mountains, high plateau of eastern Morocco, and the Northwest Atlas. About personality, we can define Spanish people in their social relationships as extrovert, sociable, and friendly. Spanish people can be quite familiar quite fast. People introduce themselves giving you two kisses and usually with a hug. When they meet a foreigner, they treat them as one of them, without really thinking about the possible reaction to their enthusiasm. They try to be as friendly as possible, trying to make other people's integration more comfortable and easier. In contrast, greetings among Moroccans are more formal in social situations than in other countries. Greeting is usually asked for the state of health and well-being of all members of the family. People always greet with the right hand because the left one is traditionally considered impure. Kissing on the cheeks is practiced among members of the same sex, especially if they are friends, but should not be performed between opposite sexes unless the other person is well known. That happens because Morocco is a Muslim country, so they respect a lot of things between Islamic religions. I add from my personal experience that sometimes when I go to Morocco, I feel embarrassing because I give less kisses than the other person. They normally give two, three, four, or more kisses and hugs according to the time that they have not been seeing each other. The best known Spanish folklore traditions are flamenco and bullfighting, los toros. Bullfights are found throughout the country, but San Fermin in Pamplona is the most popular and known spectacle. Flamenco, on the other hand, is the folk tradition of the south of the country, in particular Andalusia. On April, the Feria de Abril is celebrated in Seville. A week full of singing and dancing where Jerez wine and other delicious wines from the area are served together with ham and old cheese. So anyone who likes these things should not miss it. The other exceptional celebration that the city offers is Easter, Semana Santa, with its famous brotherhoods, cofradías. Another exceptional festival is Las Fallas de San José in Valencia, held in March, when the whole city becomes a hug stage of celebration and art, with immense amounts of the most extraordinary pyrotechnics. Near Valencia is the city of Buñol, where every year they celebrate the Tomatina on the last Wednesday of August. It is the biggest tomato battle in the world. More than 40,000 people and 100 tons of tomatoes are given to everyone, and it is lasts an hour. The beginning of this tradition dates back to a massive fight that occurred in 1945 during a parade of gigantes y cabezudos. It seems that the inhabitants did not find better weaponry than the tomatoes. The interesting thing about this is that has become an exceptional event attended by thousands of visitors from different countries. In addition, I'm going to talk about some festivals and celebrations of Morocco. The Feast of the Throne is celebrated on 3rd March. This civil festivity is one of the most important in the country, so it is considered a national holiday. To commemorate this day, the whole country dressed up in its best costumes to dance and sing under the colorful fireworks. With a variable date, the Feast of the Lamb is one of the most important celebrations of the Muslim calendar. The sacrifice of Abraham is commemorated this day with the sacrificial lamb. At the beginning of June, the National Festival of Folklore of Marrakesh is celebrated. The festival that during 10 days is performed with dancers, musicians, and singers of all the country. Finally, there are two popular events less known but perfectly portray Moroccan life: the Immersion Wedding Festival and the Feast of the hour in Erfurt. The first, which takes place in mid-September, is a celebration of live music and songs where the Berbers perform a colorful ritual. And the second takes place at the end of October in the dunes of Merzouga, one of the most spectacular regions of the country. And to celebrate the event, people enjoy the traditional dromedary competitions. Spanish food has a great variety. So these are some of the best known foods in the country. First, the Mediterranean food of Malaga is healthy and light. It is mostly known by its fresh and high quality fish and seafood. The star recipe that has made Malaga's culinary talent famous has been a further contribution to that collection of cold soups or gazpachos that Andalusia offers. This interesting contribution is the original ajo blanco, a cold soup based on olive oil, garlic, and almonds. On the second place, we have Burgos food. Burgos food also has a great reputation for a good variety of recipes like roasted lamb, pork chop, black pudding, red beans, and the rotten pot. Among its fish specialties there are the burgalesa cod, the arrognine conger, and the crab salad, which show the most authentic Castilian food. Finally, rice has written a great page in Spanish gastronomic history, with the famous creation of Spanish food, the paella valenciana. Perhaps not everyone has a clear idea of what the paella is really, but what may not be known is that the most Polynesian paella is the one that adds to the rice chicken, snails, and vegetables. On the other hand, Moroccan gastronomy stands out for the use of all kinds of spices and vegetables. Here are some of the typical dishes of the country. First, tagine. Tagine is one of the most traditional dishes of Moroccan food, and it is the most offered in restaurants all over Morocco. It can be made of vegetables, lamb, tuna, or chicken, and it is cooked with plum, olive oil, lemon, and a wide variety of spices. Secondly, couscous. Couscous is another of the most typical dishes of Maghreb. It is with semolina cooked with meat and vegetables or chicken and raisins, all them with spices. In third place, harira. Harira is the typical Moroccan soup. This soup is made with meat, legumes, tomatoes, and many spices such as coriander, ginger, pepper, and parsley. In fourth place, pastilla. Pastilla is a sweet and sour dish made up of layered puff pastry dough filled with chicken, onion, and spices. Finally, tea. Tea is a symbol of Moroccan hospitality and is the first thing that Moroccans offer to their guests when they arrive at home. It is usually taken with mint leaves and sugar before or after eating. Tea is an often accompaniment by sweets made with honey, coconuts, almonds, pistachios, or nuts.
Hello. Now I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Amina Ammor, and I'm going to answer some questions about this video. Let's start.
First, could you tell me how many languages are spoken in Morocco?
So, official languages in Morocco are Arabic and Berber, two Spanish, French, and English.
In your opinion, what and why is the most difficult?
In my opinion, uh, the most difficult is Arabic because it's an old language like Latin.
Second, what language do you speak in Spain?
In Spain, we speak Spanish, but there are some dialects like Galician, Basque, Valencian, and we speak concretely Andalusian dialect.
Third, in this video you say my two countries. Why?
I say my two countries because I was born in Spain, concretely Algeciras, but my family is from Morocco. This is the reason that why I said that.
Fourth, what coin is used in each country?
So in Spain we use the euro, but in Morocco dirhams.
It is more expensive to live in Spain or in Morocco?
So I think it depends of the level of purchasing of each family.
Fifth, have you been in any Spanish festivity?
I usually visit Algeciras Feria.
What is done in this festivity?
In this festivity, people go to casetas for drinking and dancing all the time, and other people go for meet friends and go to the game zone, or only go are going for eat some things. There are traditional meals in this feria like patata asada or buñuelos or garapiñada. That's all.
Sixth, do you prefer the Moroccan food or the Spanish food?
If I have to choose one, I prefer Spanish food because it's lighter.
Is it true that the Moroccan food is very spicy?
Yes, it is because they use a lot of spices in their food.
They also say that the Spanish food is very complete. What do you think about this?
I think it's true because Spain uses a Mediterranean food and their ingredients are all natural. So I think it's true this. I want to thank my friend Nerea because she helped me as an interviewer.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, darling. We're finished this video. I wish that it's going to be nice. Thank you.